Hi, welcome to tutorialsacademy.com. In this video series, we are going to start a basic course for those who want to learn the website development from scratch. So here in this video, we are going to start HTML using which you can definitely learn how to create a simple static web page. So the question here is that what is static web page? And the answer is that the static web pages are those web pages that does not include any services or server-side methodology. And when you logically link number of web pages in order to create a bigger aspect, that is called a website. Whatever website you can make using HTML, it will remain static until or unless you will include any services or server-side methodology in order to make them dynamic. But here we only discuss basic things, we are not going to discuss some advanced things here. As this course is especially designed for beginners, so here what is all required before we started with HTML. The basic fundamental knowledge of computer like how to start, or you should be familiar with that, how to create files or directories, and you should have basic text editors like I am Windows user or Microsoft user, so I be using Notepad or Notepad++, which is again free of cost software for me. Where I will write the HTML, I will like to see the output, and you can see the output in any browser like Chrome, Firefox, Opera and other. As per your choice, you can start with any web browser. So this is the only requirement. So now let's getting started more about the HTML. Let's first get the idea of what is HTML is all about. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Language is a very simple thing, like where I would like a communication, I will use a language. Here I am communicating with you in English language. By the time I will start creating a web page, I will use a separate language called HTML, which will be understood by a web browser. How a web browser understands that? Because every browser has a parser which reads the HTML and accordingly it will show the output. Markup language is any tag-based language. Tag-based language means greater than or less than symbol will comprise a tag. I will show you how tag-based language look like. And what is hypertext? Basically, whatever you require a text in order to create a web page is a hypertext. If that particular text contains a link, that means force of some other location or page, that text will be called a hyperlink. As I said, it's a tag-based language used to create a web page. So whenever you want to create a single static web page and it will logically combine into a website. HTML is created by Berners-Lee in the end of 1991, and from that time this language is used for creating a basic structure of a website. Like whenever you create a web page, that you put there may be a link, some images, some table, headings and list, whatever. So whatever you want to put on a web page, including a media or something, you can use HTML in order to do that. So what is said is developed with the intent of defining the structure of document like heading, paragraph, list, etc. Now let's discuss how this HTML is actually works. So basically HTML is sent from server to client's browser whenever HTTP request is sent to server. What's that? You are working on a tutorialsacademy.com or Facebook, Gmail when you check your emails. So what you do is you go to address bar of any browser, you type a URL, you press enter, and after some time you will get a page. So basically what it does, it actually sending the HTTP request. So basically you are communicating over the network. So whenever a communication takes place over the network, some kind of protocol is required. Protocol will be nothing but the rule or regulation in order to create the communication successful. So depends what kind of material we are going to transfer over the network, we will use that protocol. So here which protocol I am working with? I am working with HTTP protocol, that is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Whenever a client is making a request, http://tutorialsacademy.com, whatever site you are using seeking for, you are making an HTTP request, and what it is doing actually if your request is valid. So here are the server and client that is connected with the internet. So when our client browser are making a request to the server, and every time when HTTP request is made, if that particular request is valid, means if the client is authenticated or authorized to that particular page, only then HTML page is sent from server to client over the network using HTTP protocol. As soon as the HTML is on the client browser, I told you that browser has the capability of reading the hypertext markup language and ensure the output as it is designed. So this is how communication takes place over the network using HTTP protocol. Let's see how the HTML look like. So here you can see it's HTML. These are the tags like the angular bracket I am talking about. Whenever an HTML document is need to be created, we'll start with the HTML tag and finish with the closing tag we are putting to the HTML just before the name of the tag. Most of the HTML tags have pair of opening and closing tag. Some HTML tags do not need closing tag, which we will discuss later. You can also add some JavaScript or CSS code in the head section, and in the title tag you need to add document title. Now let's come to the body. Body is something that is the main area of the web page. Mean whatever you see in the browser is the body part. So here I am just putting a heading which is h1. H1 is the biggest heading. We will see some more heading in later video. So when we save this document with an extension .html, we can open that over the browser and then we can see the output of this particular web page. But this all we will do in our next video. So in this video we just cover basic that we done for now. So in next video how we will start the implementation of basic HTML. Thanks for watching.